smack dab in it. Hey, tomorrow, it goes away. On the freedom, just might come away.
The president has, in fact, now ordered the DOJ to immediately declassify the redacted sections of the Carter Page FISA applications. He has also ordered the immediate release of the FBI's interview notes with Carter Page. And this is huge news. All Russia-related text messages from Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Page, Bruce Orr will also be released, unredacted. Now, this might be the biggest development reported to date. We'll give you the details. It is truly the deep state house of cards collapsing, as I have been predicting, right before our very eyes.
You just can't abuse it. Freedom, get moving. Never gonna stop till everybody moving on. Love for one another. Call some friend and call it some brother.
Star Trek. 3 years. I Love Lucy, 5.5 years. Seinfeld, 9 years. The Dave Weinbaum Show, now in my 11th year. I used to open for Rush and Hannity, and now I proudly follow the Eagles and Queen. With 10 years in the tank, now with an eye on 20. The time to get it off your chest is now. They accuse this show of being run by boobs. Well, let me tell you something about us boobs. We're real and we're spectacular. Declassification. The straw that just may break Mueller's witch hunt cauldron of unconstitutional, unlawful, conflicted criminal investigation that has spawned more crimes from the investigators than our history has ever known. And this goes straight to the top of the last administration. Obama, with a, excuse the pun, trumped up phony dossier paid for by Hillary and the DNC. This lying document was fraudulently used to grant warrants to surveil Trump, his wife, his children, and his campaign staffers for the purpose of overthrowing the election in Hillary's favor. Failing that, then applying this via Yates, Rosenstein, Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Page, the Orrs, and possibly hundreds more to double down on an insurance policy to either make Trump resign or to impeach him. Others in the conspiracy of the coup? The mainstream media, the CIA, FBI, DOJ, and many, many others not named yet. James O'Keefe on a side note, has some investigative journalistic videos of the deep state, the Democratic Socialist, I think it's an association, DSA. These people have jobs all over our intel services, the DOJ, the FBI, and they're using government property to get rid of Donald Trump. They're using government time that they're getting paid and computers to infect what's going on. And James O'Keefe is revealing this. You can see some of these on DaveWeinbaum.net or look up Veritas. By the way, Laura Loomer, who's going to be on later in the show, that was her first job as a journalist, I believe, in college. She worked for James O'Keefe. And he is revealing this step by step, film by film. Also, we found out that Brennan, who is as dirty as they come, is ordering his former intel colleagues. Remember, he's not working for the government anymore. He's a CNN contributor, surprise, surprise. But he's telling his colleagues, he's giving them orders. Do not obey the president. You've got John Kerry running around the world spewing his own and Obama's own foreign policy, his old foreign policy, as opposed to our current president, the Trumps. That's seditious. The swamp is deep. But as the water, reeds, and muck dissipate, it's getting clearer and clearer that our country was sucked into the mire. And it won't be saved if we let the Dems take over Congress. As Victor Davis Hanson, a guest on this show, said, we may just be headed for a civil war. And we're talking about open warfare. We must vote in 2018. We must get our butts off the couch. And not just us. We have to convince our fellow Americans how serious this situation is to keep our country from going under and sinking under the muck. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. My name is Dave Weinbaum. I'm here with radio legend Stan Hines and the lovely Lisa Strausser, who is sitting there with smelly eggs. Thank God she hasn't opened them yet. At least I know what it is now. You know, one day I thought Stan had gas, and now it was Lisa eating her old eggs. You know, just she had opened it up, but now I know. I mean, I'm prepared. I got a nose plug somewhere. Anyways, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. We have our first caller. JJ, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ.
There you
from
go.
Rowan.
Hi, JJ. What's up?
Try to be first every time. Get my licks in early.
There you go, buddy. Then you can go enjoy yourself, right?
Well, I'll listen to the rest of your show.
Well, thank you.
That is Friday morning enjoyment.
Well, that's what I meant by enjoying yourself.
Well, yes. I got two things that stuck in my craw this week.
All righty.
About a month and a half ago, I put on my aluminum foil hat and prophesied that just before the midterm elections, much would be revealed. And I think it's happening. I think the declassification is going to blow the top off of this coup attempt. And I hope to see that there are prosecutions and indictments that occur thereafter. I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see a red sweep. I'm praying for it. Item number 2, Comrade Chuck Schumer, for years, has occupied the bottom of the sleaze scale in the Senate. But I'm afraid that the comrade Feinstein has taken over that title. She has managed to perpetrate the greatest sleaze that I have seen in my lifetime as far as judicial hearings are concerned. It is so clear to me that she did this for cheap political gain. She's trying to impugn a quality candidate, and it's proof to me that the Democrats, socialists, communists, call them what you want, the sleazeballs, will do anything, absolutely anything, to stop this man's appointment to the Supreme Court. Why? Because it will shift the court to the conservative, constitutional side where it belongs. I think Kavanaugh will be voted on pretty soon, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. And I think he will be confirmed. I think the sleaze that have been trying to stop this, you folks know who you are, ought to be ashamed of themselves. They've hit a new low in our representative democracy, a new low. In my lifetime, I've never seen it this sleazy.
Yeah, and we go way back, so I understand. Now, I agree with everything you said except for one thing.
And
there's a real competition for who the sleaziest Democrat is. I mean, after all, you got Maxine Waters. Nancy Pelosi, I don't think you mentioned her. And Chuck Schumer. I mean, she's just the latest actor in this cause. And,
well, I'll tell you my thoughts on that,
yeah.
Dave. I wish that I had a cup of water that I could throw on Dianne Feinstein to see if she melts like the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wizard of Oz. I suspect that she would.
There's a lot of let's say metaphors going on here. I used them in my opening monologue with the cauldron of the witch hunt breaking, of Mueller's witch hunt, and I believe also, I think Mueller might be at risk of getting fired. There's his investigation stands on nothing. You're supposed to have a crime. The rules say you need a specific crime. There was never one identified. Right. It's supposed to be, if it's based on the FISA court, they either lied to the FISA court, and we're going to find out because the FISA applications is part of the declassification. We're going to find out whether it was the judges or Yates, Comey, Rosenstein, and whomever else signed off on the FISA court warrant using the dossier. Yeah, and we're going to also find out a couple other things. We're going to find out how they legitimized these stories by using fake news that they created, that they did in collusion with the mainstream media, and then citing these stories from the news saying, look, this is in the news. We have to investigate this. Yeah. It's a circular investigation created by who? By
Mueller and the Dems.
By a conspiracy of the mainstream media, maybe Mueller, but also mainstream media, Intel, to go to the courts, and probably the Dems too. They had to know this was going on. All right?
Well, I don't.
So you got a lot of Dems sweating right now. They're all sweating about it.
You mentioned the FISA courts. I seriously doubt the judges were complicit in this. I think they have a higher calling, but I think they were sold a bill of goods by the Dems, and that needs to be prosecuted. I would love to see those people in prison. They would not fare well in there.
Well, that's the problem with FISA courts, if it isn't the judge, because it's ripe for abuse. And Obama found it. And don't kid yourself. Don't ever think that Obama isn't either directing this or a co-conspirator with the rest of them. This was all started under the Obama administration.
Well, Comrade Obama was the fellow that weaponized the DOJ. He weaponized the NSA. He weaponized the CIA for his enemies list. And
not only that,
he needs to be prosecuted for that, too.
He spied on the press. He used, I don't know where he got the warrants, but he had his DOJ was spying on people like Rosen from the Fox News, James Rosen, Fox News, and the AP writers, AP reporters. All right, JJ,
Dave,
your time is
Dave,
up, my friend. Yes.
I think we are in agreement that the level of sleaze has hit an all-time high. Dave, God bless you. Keep up the good work.
God bless you, too, and thank you for opening the show along with me. I appreciate you, JJ, and God bless you.
Thank you, Dave.
All right.
Well, in a way, you got to think about Obama hasn't even moved out of town yet. He thinks the coup is going to absolutely take place, and he's going to be back in power.
Unprecedented, and he's speaking out directly against Donald Trump.
Exactly.
His old Secretary of State is roaming the country, roaming the world.
Yeah.
Telling him foreign policy stuff like, wait out. He's telling Iran.
Right.
Wait it out, guys.
Yeah.
Because, just keep complying with the old plan, and when we get back into power, we'll fix this. That's being a traitor right there.
It sure is.
Anybody disagree with me? Call me at 573-364-4433. And we're going to take a break right now, and I'll come back and tell you what we got. A great show coming up. I got great guests, great interviews, a lot of fun, a big surprise coming. So get it off your chest. Call
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Have you ever gone to a car dealership where they tried to tack on a bunch of hidden fees to that low price? I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Shop around and compare prices, but give us the opportunity to earn your business. Next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located on South Bishop and Rolla, next to Mandarin Gardens, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
ABG Industrials is here to service you in several ways. Is it time to upgrade your lighting system? ABG Industrials offers the latest and greatest LED conversion, helping you see better and reducing your light bill. And to keep your lights in great shape, ABG Industrial offers lighting maintenance for your convenience. Bucket truck service is available through ABG Industrial also. Give ABG Industrial a call today, 573-578-7451, to see how they can help you.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
with the Democrats' blatant attempts to derail the Kavanaugh confirmation. Now, the first scheduled votes in the Senate have now been delayed 1 week from tonight. Well, today, actually, the Senate Judiciary Committee will hold an open session. Judge Kavanaugh will be there in order to address what is a 36-year-old sexual misconduct allegation from his teenage years. His accuser has also been invited to testify. No word as to a confirmation if she will be appearing. Now, this comes after Senator Dianne Feinstein, out of the blue, released a cryptic statement last week about an anonymous individual who is now accusing Brett Kavanaugh of sexual misconduct when they were both in high school in like 1982, but we don't know the exact year. That's a charge he categorically denies. Now, keep in mind, Dianne Feinstein, all her fellow Democrats, they have had this information since July. But she didn't ask Judge Kavanaugh about the allegations during any of the private meetings she had with him.
So I want you to listen to this further, and this will create a deeper idea of what the hell's going on here. There's so many levels to this garbage. I want you to listen to Joy Behar and a senator from Hawaii, Mazie Hirono. Hit it, please.
I expect the men in this country and the men in this committee, and many of them, believe me, because we all signed on to this letter to demand an FBI investigation. But really, guess who's perpetuating all of these kinds of actions? It's the men in this country. And I just want to say to the men in this country, just shut up and step up.
These white men, old, by the way, are not protecting women. They're protecting a man who is probably guilty. If you're not Judge Kavanaugh, take the lie detector test. Yeah. Prove it the way she did and the way Anita Hill did, that they were not lying. Let's see that from you. Or are you a coward? Yeah. They are vehemently for overturning Roe v. Wade. They want that. The right wing in this country wants it. And they will say, well, she says her story, he says his story. Okay, I believe him. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. There's no other evidence. Testimony. There's no other evidence. It still becomes he said, she said.
So, if you're a white old man, and I'm not sure I'm white. I think I'm Semitic. So I'm okay. All right, I'm okay. Stan, I think you got a problem.
Yeah, I do.
So white old men, somehow by the nature of the pigment they were born with on their skin, are somehow evil. All right?
Weird. This country was founded
What about, are there any blacks that are evil? Are there any Chinese that are evil? So it's just us white men, right?
I think so, yeah.
And all women see what's coming out of this? All women tell the truth.
Yeah.
If a woman says it happened. Right, Lisa?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, she opened up the eggs, and I'm telling you, oh my God. I thought it was Stan. Stan was lucky because he was out of the room when she did that. I had to bear the brunt of this.
Happy anniversary, honey.
No, thank you. Yes, and happy anniversary to you. It's our 5th anniversary. Did you know that?
Well, no, I didn't. That's
Holy cow.
Great.
And he gave me a cold.
Well, you said I never get you anything, but I got you something this year, didn't I?
Yeah.
He brought it in here yesterday trying to hand it around.
I give gifts on Weinbaum time. I haven't had time. Give me some time, all right?
Okay.
How much time are you going to give me?
Well, you've had about a year, so, we're looking forward
didn't I get you something for last year?
Yeah, last year, but,
Okay.
Valentine's, birthday, all those.
All right, well, sometimes,
not so much.
Sometimes we get busy. We can't do this on air.
You're a white man, too.
Who cares out there? Nobody cares, right?
He's probably
Hey,
lying.
Weinbaum, get back to politics. We got our own problems with our own relationships out there.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I get it. All right, call the show. 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest and let me know what you think about this. All right? Because this is huge. And by the way, this show is going to be great. We got the rabbi coming up in 7 minutes, or about 4 minutes. We'll see whether he's on time or not, because they go on apparently Israeli time over there, which is a couple minutes later than our time. I always thought Jews were early, but I guess not. So the rabbi will be calling. He's got some sad news about one of his neighbors,
right,
and a Israeli patriot. This guy was something else, who was also a friend, coincidentally, of Laura Loomer's.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, how strange was that? I had no idea she was that well connected with Israel until I met her last weekend. Anyways, that was interesting too. We haven't done a show since then, have we?
No.
I got to talk about that a little bit too, but not right now, because we're going to have the rabbi. What do you got going there?
A Sicilian moment.
Yeah, let's do a Sicilian moment, and we'll get back to the rest of the show here.
All right.
Those without pot roast have something to stew about. Forget about it.
Where's the Italian sausage in the pot roast? You can't have a decent meal around here. I need some Italian sausage. You get it. You get it now, and don't forget about it. All right, we're back on the show.
I thought he was having a glitch over there.
And, well, you know.
Doesn't look good.
What, no?
No, doesn't look good.
Yeah, but it sounded good. Did it sound like an old Italian guy?
Your mouth was almost on the microphone.
I could get, actually it was.
Oh, God. Thanks for sharing your cold some more.
You want to kiss me, honey?
Man.
No.
Mwah.
No.
Mwah. Come here.
They probably don't want it either.
All right, now we're going to play Dueling Rabbis, and hopefully the rabbi will be calling me shortly. Hit it.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. All right, I've got to tell you about the rest of the show. Rabbi's got about a minute and a half now to call. Of course, he's calling on Israeli time, so that could be whomever we know, and depends on how the what was that? The Hebrew?
Yeah, hopefully OAV Mobile is on time this morning.
Yeah, there you go. He says he's got to use his mobile phone, so you know.
Yeah.
Get the right number, for goodness sakes, if he's listening. Anyways, this show's going to be outstanding. We've got the rabbi coming on, Dr. Amy, and her husband Elad. Pretty funny when all you have to do to get your next interview is to say, "Hey, would you mind passing the phone over?" I mean, interesting that in that family, she's a liberal,
right?
And I skirted on asking her a political question she wouldn't answer. So I had to delete that and ask her other stuff. And she lives with a conservative who's becoming a hell of a writer. Elad, a lawyer, a powerful lawyer in Florida, and he'll be talking to me. And Laura Loomer, she'll be calling me. She called from D.C. She's now in Minnesota, arranging for a demonstration against Keith Ellison. She's the one that outed this guy as a woman abuser, using actual police reports from the women that no other in the mainstream media would do.
And he's running for attorney general, isn't he?
Running for attorney general. And he doesn't have a law license. She revealed that, too. He's running for attorney general. That's attorney general, and he doesn't have a law license. And we've got the fabulous Deanna Lorraine, the goddess to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I met Laura and Deanna. Actually, we all met together in St. Louis last weekend, and got to spend some time with each and both. In fact, when Deanna gave her speech, I came in to see her speech, and she called me over to her table, and she told me she was nervous and all that. I said, "You'll do fine." And she says, "I want you to take the video of this. I'd never done that before on a phone, right?
Right.
So she shows me how to do it, and she says, "Do you get this?" I said, "Yeah, but two things. First of all, you're only 5'3". I didn't realize she was that short. You're only 5'3". And you're a good-looking woman. Sorry, honey, I had to say it. And so, do not stand behind the dais because you'll be overwhelmed. Nobody will see you.
Right.
All right. And the second thing is that you must let me come and sit in the front row. So instead of widening the picture, I said I can't ever get it. Close up, and they can barely see it with the widened exposure.
Right.
I said, I got to come and sit in the front row and do this.
Gotcha.
She says, all right. And I think it turned out really good.
Cool.
Okay. So I was the official cameraman to Deanna Lorraine. How's that?
Wow.
All right. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Or should I say shalom?
Shalom, Dave.
Oh, all righty. Well, thank goodness. You're still 2 minutes late, and it's I can't understand it. But
no, he was right on time.
Well, you're blabbering.
Blabbering? Is that what you call my show? You're awful. I'm going to give you a good. In spite of that, I'm going to give you a good welcome. So if you need to, shut your trap a little bit here, so I can be nice to you.
Okay.
All right. The second most powerful in Israel and in his own house, according to his wife Yunit, the Jewish non-profit prophet, official rabbi to Missouri, and future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel Golf Course, Spa, and Casino, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild.
Thank you.
All right, dude.
You can't help it. They get excited.
You gotta calm everybody down.
What's wrong? He's not that good. He's not that good. Oh my! All right. Apparently you are. Or at least you've got them snookered. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one from. Where's he from? He's from Hamas. Yeah, so, anyways, we got to get a little serious here, Rabbi. I want you to tell us about your friend and neighbor Ari Fold, and. What was your reaction to that? When did you find out? What was your reaction?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure our listening audience knows. So basically what happened is this past Sunday, just like 5 days ago, someone from my neighborhood named Ari Fold, who was a very, very strong advocate for Israel, he went to the local supermarket, and while he was on his phone, a young Arab terrorist came behind him and stabbed him, which would prove to be a mortal wound. He would die a few moments later. But what is absolutely extraordinary about the story, and it's almost inexplicable, is that after this terrorist stabbed him, Ari turned around and started to fight with him and started to chase him. And he chased him. The terrorist was chasing another woman. Ari chased after him, jumped over a fence, kind of stumbled, but he got his footing into a firing position, took out his gun, and shot the terrorist. He didn't kill him, but he shot him. And then seconds later, he just fell over and died.
Yeah. So in his last effort, his last moments on Earth, his last moment living, he saved an Israeli woman. Is that the truth?
That's right. He saved her.
Wow.
And it's just extraordinary. And if any of your listeners actually want to see, they have it on video. Him getting stabbed, chasing this terrorist, and shooting him. It's on video. You can go to YouTube and search under Ari Fold, ARIFULD, and just scroll down. You'll find it. It's somewhere there. It's like a 30-second video, and it's from a security camera, and it's the last moments of his life, and it's this incredibly heroic act of him saving this woman. And what is really amazing, Dave, is that first of all, that it's been hardly reported in the mainstream media.
I was going to ask you about that. It's
been hardly reported. And number two is that Ari Fold, he's like 6'3". He was a big guy. He was in special forces here. He was a 4th degree black belt in karate, and he had spent years now being a very, very strong Israel advocate around the world, speaking around the world, having millions of followers. And my personal feeling is that he was targeted. We won't know for a while until the whole investigation goes on. But from the video, you do see the terrorist standing behind him for a good 30, 40 seconds before he attacks him. Now, if you're a terrorist, you don't go for a guy who's 6'3" and, you know, it looks really formidable.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other people there at this supermarket parking lot that you can stab. And we also know that he had been hanging around there for a while. So, you know, there's no proof yet, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking, wow, you don't go for Ari Folds, like a real media personality here, is someone who everybody knows around the world, and I don't know, it just seemed a little bizarre that he gets killed.
And because of that, are there going to be any repercussions that you can think of?
Well, they've already sized up where the terrorist lives, his home, and what Israel does is that they demolish the home of the terrorists. And so that's one thing. The second thing that's gone on here is that our response to our enemies trying to kill us is that we build. And so there's a new area that they already have about 10 families camped out there, an empty hill here, where they're hopefully going to build another community in his memory. And, you know, that's a lot of areas of Israel got built in response to terror. Terror is because they want to get us out of Israel. So the perfect response is to build the country. So that's what's been happening. There are families up there on this barren hill, nothing there, living in tents right now with generators, and ultimately it will become a town. It'll be a new town, because that's the response. While our enemies want to destroy us and have a culture of death, we have a culture of life and construction and building, and we're going to move forward.
Okay, and now you live there. You shop there. Okay,
yeah.
You go. Your wife and your kids live there. What are they gonna? How are they going to get more security there? So you guys are safe.
Well, you know, it's not the first time there's been an incident there. It's the first time that it's been so close to home. Now, that is a real internal discussion going on here, is security at that supermarket parking lot. But it's also part of a little mall.
Yeah.
So it's you know, if you go inside any of the stores, they are secured, but the parking lot is not, and that's a real issue. And there's a lot of internal discussion about what we can do to secure that. You know, it's very important for your listeners to understand that what Israel does is almost always a reaction to terror. And the world will then sort of not understand the impetus or the history of things that happen. Like, so I'll give you an example. Let's say they put a perimeter around the parking lot, and they say, okay, all Arabs or the Muslims that come into that parking lot have to go through a security check. So that will make the news, because it'll make Israel look like an apartheid state. But what they won't cover is the story of how an innocent man, a father of 4, was murdered in that parking lot, and what we're doing will be a reaction to that. The news will cover Israel's reaction to terror and not the terror itself. And I can assure you that if Israel decides to make a checkpoint there and the security put up a big fence around the parking lot and it will make the news, and they'll start calling us an apartheid state. So,
well, one more thing, Rabbi. I got to get going here. Sorry, we'll talk about it next week as well. But you know, I get just one thing to tell you: never let your paradise turn up snake eyes. That's good advice. I hope you take it. Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. That was advice. It wasn't really a joke.
You're right. It wasn't really a joke. You're right.
I'll tell you just one more thing before I go.
Yes.
What is incredible is the international outpouring of support for the family. As of 5 minutes ago, in a fund me campaign to now his wife has to support 4 kids without her husband.
Right.
They've raised $912,000 from some 9,000 donors around the world. The target is 1.7 million. That's been in 5 days. There's literally a donation every 1 to 3 minutes for the last 4 days. $18.
Yeah, this guy was something else.
He really was.
Rabbi, I gotta go, my friend. Next week in Jerusalem.
Dan, Lisa.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All the best, everyone.
All right,
thanks, Rabbi.
Thanks, Rabbi.
Bye-bye.
All right, now we've got a special guest coming in. New sponsor coming in here. Come here. No, come here. You can do it right here. New sponsor. Introduce yourself, sir, and where are you from?
Hi, my name is John Maxwell, native here of Rolla, Missouri, and we're with Taylor's Jewelry in downtown Rolla, Missouri.
You're going to be a sponsor of the Dave Weinbaum
Absolutely.
Show, right?
Proud to be a sponsor of the Dave Weinbaum Show.
About Taylor's Jewelry?
Well, just want you to know we have the largest selection of jewelry in the entire area. I mean, we have earrings, rings, bracelets, pendants, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, silver, just about anything you could possibly want. We're famous for diamonds, but we have all kinds of precious and semi-precious stones, just about anything that you would want. In fact, if you want to, we brought in a little sample from our store, and for your listeners that can't see what I'm showing you,
that's beautiful.
It's a sapphire.
That's an opal or sapphire?
It's a sapphire diamond ring. You know, September has the birthstone of sapphire. So this is an example of one of our sapphires. A beautiful, beautiful sapphire. We talk about diamonds, being the hardest gemstone on the planet. Sapphire is second to it.
All right, well, thank you. Taylor's Jewelry, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Well, thank you, David. It's glad to be here. And we brought to you, just as appreciation, a little gift.
Oh, wasn't that cute? Well, thank you very much. That's great.
And you'll have
and Lisa Strasser used to work there, right?
Did you have my anniversary gift delivered today then?
Maybe. Maybe.
You know what? When a plan comes together.
You know what? I'm feeling something. I'm having a Kaepernick moment. Oh my God! They're not even playing the national anthem because I feel like I gotta kneel. So, Lisa Strasser.
Yes, dear.
I'm sort of kneeling.
Don't hurt yourself.
Lisa Strasser.
Yes, dear.
Will you marry me?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
David. Oh my God.
Yes, David.
I had to peek my head in the door for this.
All right. You heard it, America. You're all witness to this madness.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Good job. Good job.
Oh, honey.
All right, listen to me. It'll get fixed. All right. I really did not have time. Come here. Don't pull up. Aw. Anybody can put up with me for 5 years. Actually, and before that, when she used to work for me when she was a teenager, and deserves that. And I love you, and I hope we spend the rest of our lives together happily. All right? Oh, wow.
I'm speechless.
I know.
Thank you. I know you're happy about that.
Found a way, to get her speechless. All right. But that's not going to happen every day. So, all right. All right, enough of that. Jesse, you got pictures? Hold on.
Give him a big hand.
All right, yeah.
There we go.
All on K-Kid, 92.9. We said history here. History.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
thank you, John.
Only happens here on the Dave
Thank you.
Weinbaum
That's
Show.
John.
That's for sure.
From Taylor's Jewelry, downtown Rolla. Go get them.
Is that right?
Thanks. All right, we got to take a break right now.
All right.
That's not going to happen anymore, I hope, in my life. Well, wait a minute. We got a caller, right?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
You want to try that?
No. I got to take the caller first. Oh, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. I'm sorry you got interrupted by me asking a woman to marry me for the last time, I hope. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chet and Martha Coiro from north of Doolittle. We're calling to congratulate you.
Did you really? Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, we got on the phone the minute you started proposing, and we said we have to be the first.
You are. Stan is still sitting there stunned. Like, what the hell's going on?
Your whole
And Jesse took pictures, so and Steve Wheeler, the owner, he came in and. I guess he sort of approved, right? I think he approved.
I think he did.
I mean, can you do that on the radio? Does anyone else do that on the radio? I don't know.
So we want to know: are you going to have the wedding on the radio?
I don't know.
You got a preacher.
Either there at McDonald's.
You got a preacher here. You may need a rabbi.
No, the rabbi's got to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, the rabbi. I wanted to mention to him to stay on the computer because I kind of rushed him off and I didn't want to do it. But I have my priorities, don't I?
Wow.
How was that?
Wow.
Yeah, I actually fooled you?
Yes, you did.
Wow.
You totally
Thanks
shocked
to
me.
John here.
Well, I hope you charged Taylor Jewelry a heck of a lot for this sponsor.
No, they're not going to get charged any more than anyone else. So, all righty. There's a man with a... our first wedding gift is a Coca-Cola. No,
we were in Taylor Jewelry last night for the chocolate walk. It's a really nice place.
Oh, well, thanks. Yes. Another plug.
Yeah.
How many plugs? And you haven't even started advertising yet. This is a pretty good deal. I want you to tell Darren this thing worked out pretty good, all right?
Yeah.
We're happy. And
Darren
she's going to come down and she's going to help design a ring.
Congratulations.
All right?
Yay.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, they've been
I appreciate your friendship.
Oh, Darren and them's been friends of mine for 30 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He mentioned you.
Good guy. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys. All right. We got to take a break. You can't have these engagements happen and not take a break. We got to honor our sponsors. And I'm glad that we had a sponsor involved in this particular event. This is something that I've contemplated for a long time, and yet I'm reluctant to do, because I've been burned. So
Karen Lewis says, "Oh my God, I am crying. I'm so excited to hear this proposal over the radio. Wow. Tell them I love them and how excited I am." So,
wow,
Karen Lewis,
I'm getting a little teary myself. I got to take the call. We're going to have to squeeze
you got to.
Yeah, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Eric from Rolla.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, congratulations, Dave.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you much.
Hey, weddings and funerals, you always lose a good friend.
Wait a minute. I'm not sure I understand that, but I don't think I'm going to ask you to explain it. So thank you, Eric. I appreciate the thoughts. I'm assuming the thoughts are good. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Well, before anything else happens, we need to take a break. We're call the show. You can congratulate us or whatever, but, I'd like to hear it go back to politics because we got some important stuff coming up. Call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
What does your morning sound like?
Goodbye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Like your favorite savory sausage McMuffin, buttery sausage biscuit, or any size soft drink or sweet tea. And for just $1 each, your morning is sounding better and better at participating McDonald's for a limited time. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
So here's one where Peter Strzok says to her, I had literally just gone to find this phone to tell you I want to talk to you about media leak strategy with DOJ before you go. 12 days later, he says, article is out. Well done, Paige. Your reaction to this?
Yeah. Well, and what you see is the mainstream media and even Strzok's attorneys have said, no, he actually wanted to get to the bottom of leaks. He was really worried about getting to the bottom and making sure nobody was leaking. Look, that's not what was happening. What was happening here, and this ought to scare American people, it scares me, to know that the FBI and DOJ would go out and leak fake news stories in many cases, plant them in many cases, and then pick up those fake news stories to use it as a pretext, and that's the word that they use in their text, in one of their text messages, a pretext to go out and interview American citizens. Knock on their door and say, look, we read these 3 news stories that we're not going to tell you we actually planted with the news, and we want to talk to you about these news stories.
You see how that works? You see how that works, where they're so corrupted at the FBI and the DOJ, and it's all coming out now. And they claimed that they didn't want to declassify stuff because it would take it would put lives in danger. Okay, because it might reveal people that are doing spy work. Well, it didn't concern him when Hillary released emails that showed up in China and got about at least 20 CIA members murdered because of that. So it didn't bother them then. So all you've got here is a big. This is more than just corruption. This is conspiracy to overthrow a president of the United States, and before that, overthrow an election in the favor of Hillary Clinton. And that can't be done. But the bigger story has to be the cover-up, the huge cover-up that's being done of those who should have investigated Hillary, who then all of a sudden, after exonerating her, go after Donald J. Trump and his family and anyone that worked for him. That's the bigger story. And there needs to be a full-blown investigation. I don't care how you do it, within the DOJ. I don't know if you can do it within the DOJ. Is there anybody honest there? There must be somebody honest, but I doubt it. So you're probably going to have to get a special prosecutor that's not involved like Mueller was. Do you know who the head of the FBI was when Hillary sold or agreed to sell 20% of our uranium to Russia, who's supposed to be our enemy according to the Obama administration? They're the enemy, right? I mean, it was Mueller. Mueller. Right. And thank you, Stan. And so it was Mueller that did all this. Why is he now? Think about that. So while Trump is in office, Trump is now focused on Mueller and his witch hunt. And the real investigation, the real Russian collusion, the real conspiracy to sell 20% of our uranium to Russia came right at the time when Russian interests contributed $150 million to the Clinton Foundation, and Bubba, the rapist, the woman assaulter, gave a speech in Moscow for $500,000. 1 hour speech, $500,000. Smoke them while you got them, Bubba. And then nothing before and nothing after. You get it? If it's not pay for play, it sure is. You got to have blinders on. And they exonerated them. Well, I think what's going to happen is this. I think Mueller is going to get his butt kiss fired. I think Rosenstein's gone. And from what I gather, Jeff Sessions is done. All right, I think we need to take another break. Yes, Stan.
What would have happened if Hillary would have won?
What are you going to do if Hillary wins? And that's easy, because if Hillary wins, I am back, and there will be no rules. First lady, yes, please. Second lady, why not? Third lady, keep them coming.
Yep. And this also ties into what's going on with Kavanaugh.
Yep.
These same people. This Ford's lawyer, the gal out in California who's making these accusations against Kavanaugh, she defended not only Bubba, but Hillary, and that Hillary was the one bashing these women. Right. Believe all the women, right? Now they want you to believe all the women. Well, that Paula Jones, she was nothing but trailer trash, running around following a dollar, trying to find a dollar somewhere. Well, she got a lot of dollars. She got a $185,000 settlement from Clinton, who lied before a grand jury and was impeached because of it. Now, here we go. We got coming up on the show. I never did get to that, and I'm going to get to it now. Coming up on the show, we got Dr. Amy. We've got Elad. We've got Laura Loomer, who's out in Minnesota, and you should see, I've got this on my website. This is amazing. You should see who the killer of the people in Las Vegas, the shooter, Paddock, I believe his name was.
Yeah.
And you should see what really motivated him to do it. You won't believe it, and Laura Loomer's got the goods on him.
Really?
And the mainstream media will not report it.
Wow.
It was ISIS. He was a Muslim. Okay?
My goodness.
And there was a tip-off as to how this became true. And Loomer caught it. And even if this mainstream media had it, they wouldn't use it. Wow. Because they don't want to claim it to be a Muslim terrorism. And it turned out to be so. I believe it. Now, I don't have the proof myself, but Laura Loomer tells a pretty good story that connects them to him. All right, listen, we're going to be right back. Do you want to say anything about the station break?
KKID, Salem,
There we
Rolla.
go. Why am I directing you? Anyways, thank you so much. I think I came back to my senses. Lisa's over there scheming as to what dates and all that stuff, how soon. I can tell. Oy vey, what did I do?
No.
What did I do?
I'm not doing that.
What did I do? What did I do? All right, anyways,
I think you
I'm
made
very
a
happy.
good decision.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We'll wait until at least the show is over.
What, see whether or not I made a good decision?
No, it's to set a date.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, I can't do that today. Maybe in a year or so. Anyways, we'll be back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. The number is 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Are you concerned about the quality of your private well water, or do you need water qualified testing for a home loan or a refinance? Ozark Testing, a division of Anderson & Associates, is a state-certified drinking water lab offering testing for total chloroform and E. coli with a 30-hour result turnaround. We also offer engineering, architectural engineering, civil design, land surveying, materials testing, and geotechnical investigations. Please call us today at 573-364-8900 or visit us at 1511 Watts Drive in Rolla for more information.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
This is a circus. It's a national disgrace. And from my standpoint, as a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves, to do for themselves, to have different ideas. And it is a message that unless you kowtow to an old order, this is what will happen to you. You will be lynched, destroyed, caricatured by a committee of the U.S. Senate rather than hung from a tree.
Now, those of you who may not know who that was out there in Branson, that was Judge Clarence Thomas in 1991 during his hearings. Now, I went to Washington in 1993, and I'm connected with Judge Thomas. He was the Assistant Attorney General, along with my lawyer, Harvey Tettelbaum, at the time, and John Ashcroft, to John Danforth. And so I had a connection that not only had Reagan's White House wanting a program from me, which I sort of invented for McDonald's, but also later on the connection was that I got to visit with Clarence Thomas in his office at the Supreme Court, which was very interesting, because when I went in for my appointment and I told them who I was going to see, one of the clerks there said, well, that's amazing. He doesn't see anybody. So they were a little suspicious of me, you know? And it was just so weird. I mean, the Supreme Court was in session. I got to see some of that. They were having a case about Indian rights somewhere, and the lawyers are speaking, and the nine judges, including Clarence, was up there. And so my appointment with him was lunchtime, and I thought, well, I'll get a photo op, and he'll shake my hand and kick me out. So I was a little early, so they put me in this room, this overflow room, and it was surreal. I mean, I'm not that short, but none of the seats there were so large it was like Alice in Wonderland sitting on big furniture. I was sitting on a huge seat in this huge room by myself in the Supreme Court overflow room, and my feet weren't touching anything. And worse than that, it was like a bar stool without a bartender. You know? What a waste. So I'm waiting there for a long time, and a little black guy comes in and walks all the way down the hall, and it's louder and louder and louder as his feet clanked on the floor with his shoes. He says, "Are you Mr. Weinbaum?" I says, "Yes." "The judge is ready to see you now." I mean, he said it like that. Wow. I said, what am I doing here? What's going on with this? So I walk in, and there's a couple of gals there who are working up in the office, and one of them says, and one of them starts talking to me, "Oh, yeah, you're Dave Weinbaum." That's who I made an appointment with. And the other gal saying, "He's ready to see you now." I said, "All right, alrighty then." Hey. Wow. So I knew that this guy liked cigars. So I went on and got him a cigar, right? So he gets out of his seat in his office, and he comes up and shakes my hand. And I give him the cigar. He says, I used to smoke these. It was a Macanudo or something like that. And he says, no, I smoked these. He gave me an Afton. So this is his lunch period.
Wow. During
the Supreme Court, so we both lit up. And for about 45 minutes, we talked about everything.
Nice.
About what to do about blacks in the problems they're having. He grew up as he was an orphan. He was orphaned. His grandfather brought him up.
Wow.
And the stuff that he's accomplished before he was a Supreme Court justice is just mind-boggling. And then going through that hearing now to present day with Anita Hill being called at the last moment on a sexual harassment charge. This is the Democratic playbook, ladies and gentlemen, and has been for 30, 40, 50 years. Nobody should be surprised about what they are doing and what they did to Judge Kavanaugh. And were any of these people critical of Bubba when he was out assaulting women, potentially raping one, Juanita Broderick? Is there anybody clamoring out there that you should believe these women? And I'm talking about the specific women out there, this Mazie Hirono and Joy Behar. Are they demanding that Bill Clinton be tried for rape and that he has to be guilty because the woman, Juanita Broderick, says he raped her? No. It's a double, triple, you can't have, it's a million quadruple hypocrisy.
How about the Lion of the Senate?
You're talking about Ted.
Yes, I am.
Teddy Kennedy, the Lion of the Senate, and he can't drive a car very well, can he?
Nope, not in Chappaquiddick.
But he sure can escape one.
Yeah.
After he kills a woman that is not his wife, who they were driving on, and then what? Runs away?
Yeah.
Didn't try to save her? Anybody out there want to go back and posthumously drag his sorry butt out in the public and say, wow, what a jerk he was? Meanwhile, he was one of the guys who was bashing Clarence Thomas.
Yep.
Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Ron, luckiest caller on the show.
You are. I got nothing to offer except, a slightly used engagement ring.
No.
Oh, I doubt you'll peel that off for her.
Sorry, Ron.
I don't know you well enough, Ron.
I was just saying, that ain't happening, Dave.
I even know where you're from, Davisville, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's up, buddy?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, I really think that we need to look at finances of this Ford woman's friends and relatives and herself and see where this money's coming from. Because I'll bet you somewhere George Soros got his finger in there somewhere.
Well, that's what the reports are. You better believe it. Her lawyer is on the board of directors of a George Soros-run company, fundraiser, whatever.
Contribution.
Yeah.
Biggest contributor.
Right.
It's all just a bunch of crap.
Well, they went out and they scrubbed their social media.
Right.
Because they want to claim that they're totally non-political, but that's BS. This woman was marching against Trump in a vagina hat.
Yeah, I have seen the pictures.
Yeah. So this is totally Democratic playbook, and Republicans need to be a certain way, but they can't let this woman get away with it. And the problem is they risk losing idiots like Jeff Flake, and I don't want to call her an idiot, but if she votes against him, she will be, in my opinion, Susan Collins and Murkowski out of Alaska. And if they lose all those three, I don't think they got the votes in the Senate. They may not have the votes to get it out of committee. Huh?
Didn't Susan Collins didn't she put some statement out about it?
Yes, and actually, she said if she needs to be listened to, but if she doesn't go along with testifying on Monday, then I think she's discredited herself.
I want to know how somebody can put an accusation out there and then come up with demands before they'll. It's not right.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen? Then there'll be another one.
Yeah.
Time, exactly. Just in case, insurance. And there'll be 3, and there'll be 4. Just like happened with the judge in Alabama. Remember that? They had by the time it was over, they must have had 10 women, okay? It got to the point where even my good friend Cheryl Chumley, who was the online editor at the Washington Times, even she believed them. So if you get enough women, you see, it doesn't matter what the truth is. People will believe it. Amazing.
Have a great day.
All right, thanks, Ron. I'm sorry you've got nothing to win today, but here's the kind of guy that believes in what Trump says.
That's right.
You're going to win until you don't like it, until you come to me and say, Mr. President, stop winning. We can't handle this. By the way, you know where I'm going tonight?
Springfield.
Right
yes.
Because
we're going to see Donald Trump.
Right here, look at my shirt.
Yeah, and she's ready. I don't have a Donald Trump
shirt. All right.
I got a Make America Great hat I'm going to wear.
Hey, you need to wear one.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. So that'll be cool. And we're getting a VIP treatment because we know somebody in the White House. How's that?
Sweet.
Joe Alexander. Thank you so much. All right, so what do we got?
Dr. Amy.
Dr. Amy, all right. So here we go with Dr. Amy, and then we'll take a break. But right afterwards, you can call me anytime, and I'll get you on somehow, all right? Hit it.
Now if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there with the love that will shine for you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through. When you feel lost and about to give up, because your best just ain't good enough, and you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling. Reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to cherish and care for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, psychologist, Pixie Pacer, singer, motivational speaker who works happiness with shadows and mirrors, and the shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Hi, doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, thank you. How do you treat people who are depressed?
Well, first thing we need to do is recognize that some people who are depressed may not necessarily think that they are, or may not be willing to share that they are. So having some type of an intervention can be very helpful. If there's a person close to that individual, reaching out to that individual can be a good way to start a dialogue about, hey, by the way, it seems that you're specifically upset or down or more moody than usual. Things like that coming from someone who's closer to that individual can be very, very effective, because that individual wants to then listen, at least, to the caring thoughts of someone. But a lot of times when we're depressed, we don't want to hear from anyone, and we may end up fighting back, not agreeing or accepting some of that feedback. So that's, again, why the loved one is a better tool or liaison there to help to begin any type of discussion about perhaps going in for treatment or participating in some type of counseling.
What are the symptoms?
Well, a lot of times people think that they may suffer from depression, such as clinical depression, but there's actually a big distinction between clinical depression and just being depressed. Sometimes we might just be feeling down or upset about something, and so we are depressed for that day or for that hour. Clinical depression is much more consistent in that it's a state that one is in very regularly, and it can come and go more quickly, and not necessarily for any reasons outside, meaning something that happened to that person, but rather something that's happening and festering within the individual. So it depends on if you're talking about clinical depression or just standard feeling a little low or a little lonely.
You know, lots of us, I don't know what I am. I know I get treated for depression, and I was in denial for a lot of years. And just a lot of things came together that were bad for me about when I was 50. And finally, I went in on my own, and I got treatment, and I got therapy, and take some antidepressants, and I've been really pretty good for the latter 20 years or so. What's the difference between bipolar and normal happiness and sadness?
Well, bipolar is when we see these extreme bouts of very, very, very happy, giddy, jumping and bouncing off the walls. Imagine if you're, like a young child who just got a sugar rush, and then very droopy and sad and withdrawn. So you'll see this type of complete extreme behavior.
So
that would be that.
Yeah, but then people sometimes are normally happy and then sad.
Well, So, you know, we were talking before we started today. I happen to be one who is really very happy. I mean, I live my life that way with purpose, and I've had a lot of stuff that hasn't necessarily been great happen to me, and I've chosen to, instead of dwell and mope and feel sad about it, to really try to bounce back and learn from those situations that were completely out of my control, let's say, but that I might be able to take control of if it were to happen again. And so I try to be very positive and very happy, but you'll see me sad or even crying once in a while, but when I do, it's for something that might be a little bit more legit, or, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened, as compared to what might bother someone else on a more regular basis. But we are, so we are triggered by different things that happen in life. Those things are going to impact whether or not we're happy or sad, and our own personal experiences affect that. So based on whatever has happened to us previously or what we've heard of happening to others, we may then frame that particular situation and then react accordingly. But recognizing our triggers, both for happiness and sadness, can help us to maintain a bit more of a balanced approach, at least to what life throws us.
Can using therapy ever be a unnecessary crutch?
I think it depends on the type of therapy. There are so many kinds of therapy out there. I personally advocate for those types of therapy that allow one to grow and learn and be able to eventually handle life on his or her own. Sometimes people use therapy as a crutch in that they always go to the therapist on a consistent, regular basis, never thinking of ever wanting to leave, and almost using that therapist as a friend. Mm-hmm. And so I think we need to distinguish between what we need and what our goals are for therapy. And a very good therapist will always start off that first initial meeting with that discussion. What are your goals for this therapy? And here's how I operate. Do we mesh? And so having that is ideal. You know, as a business psychologist, when I go into an office, the first thing I say to the executive is my goal is not to be here in 2 months, or my goal is not to be here in 6 months. And here's what we need to do so that can happen.
Boy, you don't like repeat business, do you? Anyways,
I love repeat business.
That's not a good business model. You should leave a little something for the. You should leave a little something, just so they'll come back to you. Come on.
I I go back to that company, but to handle something else.
Oh, okay.
So once we're able to fix one problem, then we can go on to some of the more exciting, ways to help the company grow or to improve morale or overall productivity or performance. That stuff's fun. We got to get through the dirty stuff first.
All righty then. Hey, where can people find you? Where can they do business with you?
Sure. So you can find me. My website is amycooperhakeem.com. Twitter handle is the same at Amy Cooper Hakeem, as is LinkedIn. And then I also have Facebook. My business is Cooper Strategic Group, and my book is Working with Difficult People.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Do you want to hand the phone over to Elad?
Sure.
This is easy. It makes my life easier, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
All right,
Hang on 1 second.
Thank you, Dr.
Nice
Amy.
talking to you. My pleasure.
All right, that was Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem, what a talented family. My
Yes.
goodness. Yeah, very smart. And, I didn't know she was Jewish when I first started talking to her. Amy Cooper Hakeem? I mean, I'm not sure. Hakeem could be either Jewish or Islamic, I think.
That could be.
And Cooper is not a Jewish name.
No.
Although I did know I grew up with a guy named Mitch Cooper. But I asked her a question. She's a liberal and he's a conservative. And what an interesting couple. They've managed to keep that out of the way. And I've managed, until this last interview, which you didn't hear, my first question was, if you had somebody come in into your office and make a 30-year-old plus complaint about some guy harassing her sexually, what would you tell him? And she thought for a moment, I'm not going to answer that. That's
really?
Yeah, because I'm emotional about politics, and I'm not going to go there. I had to, I said, well, I was being generic, but I guess you could call that political. But I was interested in her question, in the answer of generically, what would you tell this person?
Right.
Would you tell him maybe you should confront him? Maybe if it was criminal, you should go to the police now? I mean, I was curious as to what she would say, and I guess I've got a good relationship with her.
Right.
And now her husband. Yeah. So I don't want to get too far into the weeds with stuff like that. If it bothers her, I back off.
Absolutely.
Why? Why screw up a good thing? Because she's got a lot of good knowledge.
Yes, she does. And it's mutual respect that keeps you two going on anyway.
Exactly. It's always mutual respect. You know that?
It is, absolutely.
I mean, some guys don't have respect for me. They don't last long on the show, or they want to get paid or whatever.
Right.
Isn't it enough I advertise where your business is? I mean, you're getting free advertising for what you do, and I always try at the end, where people can contact them, what they're doing, where their website is, how to get a hold of them on Twitter or whatever.
Absolutely. Try to build their business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in a way, I consider them sponsors, too. And by the way, I want you, and you're about to hear a commercial, right? We need a break, don't we?
Yeah.
I want you to go to my sponsors and spend your money. I just got a new sponsor today, Taylor's Jewelry out there in Pine Street. I want you to go in there and shop there, all right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's gonna run over. She's gonna, don't run. Don't forget your car, honey.
Sort of kind of.
So I was getting the feeling all those 5 years that you wanted to get married. Is that right?
It didn't cross my mind.
Was it just to me or somebody else?
You were the only one I was hanging out with. So,
okay,
yeah,
all right.
it's exclusive.
Well, as long as there's somebody you're hanging out with.
It's exclusive, dear.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Well, I ain't going to give you my name, but I'm calling from Rolla.
Okay.
And, the reason I'm not going to give you the name, because this is very controversial. What we need to do on these women that are making all these accusations is find out exactly how popular they were in school. Because everybody knows what a popular girl gets and does and why she's so popular.
Okay.
And so if they're spreading it around, well, comme ci, comme ça.
So I'm not sure I understand. So a popular girl would have this stuff gossiped about. Is that correct? So it would get all over the school, right?
Not so much gossiped about, but it's like peanut butter. She spreads it easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how does that relate to this accusation? I might be a little slow here.
If she's a popular girl in school, then yet again, they're claiming it happened in school.
Well, it wasn't in school. It was at a party.
Oh, even at a party.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Party. Oh, she was a party girl. Oh my God, we know what those are.
Yeah. Okay. I sort of get you. Hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. You have a great weekend. Call me again sometime.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to break. Call 573-364-4433, and you got a lot to get off your chest.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
ABG Industrials is here to service you in several ways. Is it time to upgrade your lighting system? ABG Industrials offers the latest and greatest LED conversion, helping you see better and reducing your light bill. And to keep your lights in great shape, ABG Industrial offers lighting maintenance for your convenience. Bucket truck service is available through ABG Industrial also. Give ABG Industrial a call today, 573-578-7451, to see how they can help you.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
It wasn't just that they used the Clinton dirt as a basis to go out and get the FISA. They also used planted news stories to corroborate the dossier in front of the court. So they went to the court and said, look at these news stories, Judge. They actually match this dossier, never telling the court that actually, no, those were planted news stories by the Clinton campaign and the FBI. So these people are really dirty. I hope that we continue to get all this information out before the election so that people know just how sick this Russia Kool-Aid that's been poured upon the American people, how bad it's really been.
Boy, oh boy, these people are in deep water, and I don't know what they're going to do. You know, I mean, I think Trump is in danger in a lot of different ways. These are spies. These are spies that know how to off people without detection. Mm-hmm. And you got a lot of those spies out there now looking at maybe prison. Trump needs to be extra cautious and hope that these guys in the Secret Service aren't a part of the cabal.
Right.
You know, like I'm saying, I mean, Dr. Victor Davis Hanson, who I had in a 2-part interview on this show, I might have broached the subject of a civil war with him, and I don't know that he was that convinced at that time, because it was like 6 months ago, I think, when I interviewed him. Just about my one or two shows, first or second show. And so I'm not sure he was that convinced. But he wrote a column, and it's on my website, and you need to read it. He's almost predicting it. And he says, we're headed there. You know, here's how the Civil War started back in 1861. 1861. Now, people knew there was problems in the country. There was a big divide between the North and the South, the Confederates and the Union, and states were threatening to secede. Sound familiar? California. Sanctuary cities, sort of like that. You know, everybody was defying the federal government. And Lincoln, they were defying Lincoln, who didn't want a civil war, but saw it as the only way out, wanted to free the slaves. That was a terrible thing for some people, mainly Democrats, by the way. Lincoln being a what?
Republican.
What? Republican.
Yeah.
That's right. Republicans freed the slaves, and they practically had to beat up the Democrats in Congress to get a vote or two, because they all voted against it except for a couple that they convinced to vote or abstain so that it would pass. And so the war starts, and it's somewhere near Washington. Might have been, in D.C. area or something. I mean, it was close to Washington, D.C. And people, it was like a Sunday afternoon. It was sunny out, so they were up on a hill, and they had picnics just to watch the Civil War begin. And then they figured out, wait a minute, this is serious. People are dying. They're not acting.
Right.
That's how screwy it was. And we don't, it's hard to picture us in a civil war.
Yeah.
But it could happen. Come on. It could happen. If it keeps going like this, if the Dems keep insisting on beating up on people like, me, insist on backing people who think Sharia law is the way to go, to kill people, like me, and are preventing those who want to speak to colleges who happen to be a little conservative, like people like me, who hate white men. How did black men weasel out of this, by the way?
I don't know.
How come that? What is that about? What? No black man has ever lied about a woman? Holy cow. Do I know that's not true?
Right.
Okay? Well, how do they weasel out of that recognition? Why is it just old white men?
Seems a bit racist.
Seems a little feminazi to me.
I'm Semitic, so I get away with it. So anyways, I don't know. So I want you to read, going back to what we did earlier, I don't want to make this the engagement show, but it's going to be known as, the Weinbaum Gets Engaged show. Weinbaum and Lisa.
That's right. Deanna Lorraine just tweeted a little while ago. It's time for the Dave Weinbaum Show. Tune in for my weekly segment on politics, love, and life. And apparently just missed it that Dave proposed on air to his beautiful girlfriend, Lisa Strausser. Congrats you two. Maybe I helped. LOL.
Yes, you did, Deanna. Yes, you did. Yes. You got her to here's what it is. I love her, but I've been burned 3 times. And not only burned, but she talks about this in her book. Burned, but threatened with my livelihood, threatened with my kids, and struggled to maintain relationships with 3 of my kids. I mean, all of my kids in 2 different situations, and besides which, going for everything, every penny I had. I mean, one litigation lasted from 1980 and through 1994.
Oh my gosh.
The other litigation lasted for about 7 or 8 years. Oh, my God.
Yep.
And the last one I did on my own. I got so good at it, I did it on my own. And she was happy with the settlement. After the settlement, and she's not, Lisa don't like her. Obviously, you know that. But whatever it is, she actually thanked me for my support over when I got done paying her. All right, paid her for 6 years, and it was reasonable for her, reasonable for me. We saved a whole bunch of. Oh my God!
You're ruining my day.
Uh-oh, I'm ruining her day. But guess what? Somebody's here to pick it up. And apparently in the studio, we're going to have a engagement party because my daughter-in-law, Brenna Weinbaum, has just entered the room with alcoholic beverages.
Hot dog.
Oh, my goodness. A bottle of champagne. Oh, my goodness. With good glasses, too.
Holy moly.
Stuff that we don't own.
Jesse showed up now.
Hey, babe. And there's Jesse. Here he is. And Jesse, Jesse, you should get he's got a shirt that says "Free the Chief."
Yeah, that was Chief.
Pretty soon you'll be wearing a shirt "Free the Weinbaum."
Come on.
Oh, you're gonna hear some. You know what? This ain't over yet, girl. Anyways, you're gonna fool around with champagne. I got a show to do. What's going on? All right. So who do we got for an interview next?
Laura Loomer.
You know what we should do? Play another Sicilian moment, and we'll do that. We'll take a break, and we'll go into Laura Loomer. How's that?
Sounds good.
I named my daughter Penny. Now she feels shortchanged. Forget about it.
You don't want to shortchange. You don't want to shortchange your children. That's wrong. It's a sin. It's an absolute sin. You could have named her 50 Cent. Forget about it.
Could have named her 50 Cent.
All right, there we go. We're now gonna do a commercial, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to call the show while we're having this engagement party here, this impromptu engagement. I hardly told anybody because I figured there would be blabbermouths out there.
All right.
Not you, Lorraine. Not you, Dr. Lorraine. Well, maybe you.
Honey.
Yes.
Are you ready to begin celebrating?
Yes, honey. Do you mind if I get in the commercial before I start drinking? I don't think you're supposed to be drinking and hosting a talk radio show, should you?
Well, I don't know.
That could be wrong.
I've known a lot of people that did.
Why don't you introduce yourself on air?
Oh, come on.
Everybody knows you anyways. What the hell? Just say who you are. Yeah, they don't believe me half the time anyways. So now they're going to say, oh, he made all this stuff up.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. You can't. No, we did not. Stan did it on the radio. That's what Stan did that on the radio. They didn't really pop a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, right.
Do that, but no, you gotta. We'll do the bubbly.
You won't hear the bubbles, but you can.
All right, listen to me. Call 573-364-4433 and get it off your chest.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
With over 30 years in St. James, Leo Cardetti's Flag and Flagpole Company is the area's original flag store. From the U.S.-made original American flag, every state flag in the country, to military, school, and custom business flags, Leo Cardetti's Flag Store is a place to go. With a full line of commercial and residential flagpoles and accessories, along with seasonal flags, patriotic decorations, shirts and hats, and much more than just flags. Easy to find, 210 North Jefferson Street in St. James, or call 800-532-FLAGS. 800-532-FLAGS.
Come experience the Rolla Antique Mall, the area's largest and most visited antique mall in a 100-mile radius. With 400 dealer spaces and almost 24,000 square feet, the Rolla Antique Mall offers something for everyone. Celebrating 19 years in business, the Rolla Antique Mall has the most dedicated vendors who keep the most unique items current in their booths. Stop in today at the Rolla Antique Mall on Dillon Outer Road next to I-44. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 5:30 p.m.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Are you concerned about the quality of your private well water, or do you need water qualified testing for a home loan or a refinance? Ozark Testing, a division of Anderson & Associates, is a state-certified drinking water lab offering testing for total chloroform and E. coli with a 30-hour result turnaround. We also offer engineering, architectural engineering, civil design, land surveying, materials testing, and geotechnical investigations. Please call us today at 573-364-8900 or visit us at 1511 Watts Drive in Rolla for more information.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Every day seems to bring new evidence that proves the thesis of my book, that this was an illicit scheme. The FBI and the Department of Justice, no, there was no evidence of collusion. They violated the law when they launched their investigation in July of 2016. And now we find out today through the text message that when the special counsel was appointed, they didn't have any evidence of collusion.
For 9 months.
You are supposed to specifically
And that's why they
state
leaked in the lead-up. They leaked it purposely to get the impression that there was all this evidence
to damage Trump and as a pretext to begin questioning people. They thought it would snowball and that this would undo the Trump presidency. So many crimes have been committed here, not only deceiving the FISA court judges by concealing evidence, but then here we find out through these text messages, they are leaking highly classified information. That is a violation of the law, several different statutes.
You know, we're back on the show. I'm having trouble focusing here because my daughter-in-law came in with a bottle of champagne, and now I'm drinking. And I remember one of my quotes: "Contrarians drink to remember." Did I do something today, Stan, that I should remember?
Yeah, I think you got engaged.
Engaged?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, she can't hear me, kid. Thank God. She's out there drinking with my daughter-in-law, my wonderful daughter-in-law, Brenna.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're back on the show. I want you to focus also with my show. I think it's a pretty good show, and I'll tell you why. Part of it is really good. We do a lot of prep work. And I mean, it's the boobs who work on the show, like Stan, me, Jesse, and even Steve Wheeler helps out at times finding bits. And we do a lot of stuff, a lot of work on editing those bits. We do a lot of work on finding good people to interview who are smart, know what they're talking about, and give challenging and well thought out, well researched answers. So I want you to focus on that too. I didn't know what I was doing when I first started being in the radio. Got my own show back there in December of 2008. I mean, I didn't know how to do a radio show. I didn't know what it took, but somehow I managed to figure it out fairly quickly. And I appreciate all the listeners too. All right, we got an interview coming up with, this is the Luminator. Is it the Luminator? Yes. The Luminator, who is now, she's in Minnesota, and she's hounding Keith Ellis. She's the one, Ellison. She's the one that broke the story on this guy. And hopefully she'll get him defeated. Now he's in a neck-and-neck tie with the Republican, I think. And here's a guy that's got 2 open police reports about physical assault to 2 different girlfriends. And the Democrats, you hear crickets. So here is the Luminator, Laura Loomer.
Ladies and gentlemen, conservative, independent journalists, crooked politicians run the other way when they see her coming. The lowest lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, the Luminator, Laura Loomer. Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, what were the highlights of the Schlafly Eagle gathering besides meeting me and Lisa?
Well, meeting you, of course, that was a highlight.
Good answer.
No, it was really great just listening to a bunch of different diverse conservative speakers come together and talk, and seeing James O'Keefe's teaser for his bombshell expose into the deep state, which he released this week, of course, and that's making the news. It's all over the place. Everyone's talking about it. And just seeing like-minded people. It's hard for everyday people sometimes when they're surrounded by these liberal echo chambers. And so when we can all come together and, be in an environment with people who think like we do, it's nice.
I think it was a good thing that you came, and there was a lot of people out there who recognized you. I was surprised by how many different people came up to you and say, "Are you really Laura Loomer?"
It was a great event, and I had a really great time meeting everybody and getting to know everyone, and I really enjoyed it. So,
all right, well, why don't you explain our confrontation, me and yours, with so-called Antifas outside of the hotel who were protesting?
Yeah, so basically Antifa showed up to protest, and there were a few of them waving their communist flags, and some of them showed up with knives, and they were wearing Marxist T-shirts, and I just went up to them, and I was talking to them and asking them, why they were there, and they said, because you guys are Nazis. And it's funny because they call us Nazis, and if you want to compare facts historically, if you look at people like Hitler and Stalin, Well, Hitler killed, 6 million Jews compared to communism, which has killed over 100 million people worldwide. And so these people, they claim that they're against Nazis because Nazis kill people, right? But then they're wearing shirts that endorse Marxists and socialists and communists and people who have facilitated and overseen the killing of millions more people. And they're also just, very uneducated in terms of what they stand for. These people were using their iPhones and their expensive smartphones to say, F the system, destroy capitalism. Well, if you really don't support capitalism and you don't support the economic system of this country, then why are you using a $1,000 smartphone or an iPhone? And, you're wearing brand name clothes, or, you're purchasing stuff online. Like you're buying into the system. If you really don't want to live in America, then you should go buy yourself a one-way ticket to North Korea or Venezuela and go live under a communist or socialist society and really, practice what you preach.
Well, they're sort of like the brown shirts of of Hitler, because they're out doing the rioting and the nasty tasks that Hitler reserved for them.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Hey, I've got something a little uncomfortable, but you have something in common with Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. You were both good friends of Ari Fuld, who was murdered last week with a knife to the back by a Palestinian. Tell me your connection. Tell me about your connection with Ari and what this means to you.
Yeah, so I was friends with Ari. He was an American and also an Israeli citizen and very prominent Jewish activist. And I met him when I was in Israel. And we spent some time together covering the embassy, and we had dinner together, and it was great. Wonderful guy. And he spent his time educating people about Israel and exposing Islamic terrorism. And unfortunately, a 17-year-old Palestinian Muslim terrorist came up behind him and stabbed him in the back and punctured his lung. And he tried to shoot the terrorist, and then he ended up dying from his injuries. And so it's very tragic. I mean, such a loss, honestly. And, he had 4 kids and a wife, and it's just senseless death, but it goes to show you that, we can't coexist with these people. I mean, people like to accuse Israelis and Jews of perpetuating the violence, but the Muslims are the people who are stabbing innocent people. And the Palestinian Authority announced that they were going to be paying the family of the terrorist who killed Ari a monthly stipend, right?
Yes,
that's what they get. They use our foreign aid to, it's called pay to slay. And that's why President Trump just ended the $200 million worth of aid, is because we cannot be funding terrorists to kill Americans and Israelis and just innocent Jews, right?
I think
we cannot be funding them.
I think they took further actions, too, after this. The United States, that is. I don't know what Israel is going to do, but there ought to be some kind of a stiff response. The Kavanaugh debacle, as executed by the Dems, what does this mean to you?
Well, I think they're just weaponizing the Me Too movement in an attempt to basically, commit character assassination against a very qualified Republican man. And it's their way of sabotaging everything Trump does. I mean, we've seen that the Democrats have weaponized the Me Too movement, made false accusations while they ignore legitimate claims of abuse and sexual assault and violence on behalf of Bill Clinton and Keith Ellison. So the Democrats are hypocrites. They don't really care about women. They don't really care about victims of abuse. They just care about winning, and they play very dirty, and they're liars. They're liars, and they're frauds, and they're hypocrites.
So do you think this is a negative for the Democrats come election time 2018?
I think a lot of people are starting to see through it, and I think that if they keep it, like, people are starting to realize, even Karen Monahan, who accused Ellison of domestic violence, she said the Democrats aren't listening to her, and she's a Democrat. So I think that some people are going to notice. I mean, we tend to think that people are blind to some of this, but I think people are realizing how messed up this really is. And I believe that it's going to maybe cause some people to walk away. And I don't know, the Democrats keep this up. I don't know how any sane person can truly vote for Democrats in this day and age.
Hey, Laura, before you find them first, where can people find you?
You can find me on my website at lauraloomer.us, or also on my Twitter at lauraloomer. But subscribe to my website, lauraloomer.us, and you can receive exclusive updates about my investigations. I'm going back to Minnesota this week and I'll be there for, some time continuing my investigation on the ground.
Terrific. Hey, Laura, I have a question. Where do psychiatrists camp?
Where?
Intense. Intense. Laura Loomer, everybody. Thank you so much, Laura, and go out and illuminate those bastards, will you?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So the boss comes in with the paychecks, right?
Yeah.
And he tries to hand it to Lisa. What the hell was that, Steve?
That's smart.
No, you're not getting
Good man.
No. What the hell's that about? No.
I think she already has a stamp
wrong.
made
I
with
want
her signature
Wait a
on
minute.
it.
She thinks I'm getting married to her because I'm going to support her. No, I want you to get a job. Get a job so you can support me. I want to be. Anyways, never mind. All right, listen to me. We're going to take a break, and Stan's going to do his little announcement as I'm directing him to do. Stan?
KKID Salem Rolla.
All right, I want you to call the show 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Have you ever gone to a car dealership where they tried to tack on a bunch of hidden fees to that low price? I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Shop around and compare prices, but give us the opportunity to earn your business. Next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located on South Bishop and Rolla, next to Mandarin Gardens, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
And all of this misconduct, not just from this cabal of people at the top of the FBI and the DOJ, but also perhaps the CIA. And then we see John Brennan all over town trashing the president. Here's the Peter Strzok text on December 15th, 2016. Referring to the CIA, we believe, we think our sisters have begun leaking like mad. Scorned and worried and political, they're kicking into overdrive, says Peter Strzok to Lisa Page. Your thoughts on this, And is that the CIA, our sisters?
Well, it's hard to know from that text, but what I can tell you is that we saw, I think, an unprecedented level of coordination between the Clinton campaign, their associates like Fusion GPS and others who had ties and tentacles into the FBI and other agencies, the Department of State, where they were able to generate fake news stories in dozens and dozens. Really, if you go back, you can probably pick out about 2 to 3 dozen authors of reporters that actually were fed this directly and then spread that out in order to use it as a basis for an investigation.
You know, I like to think that amongst other things we do on this show, that we get these bits from the Maria Bartiromas, the Devin Nuneses, the Sean Hannitys, the Mark Levins, that fit into the narrative of the important issues of today. We don't just, I do these, all right? I pick them out. I get suggestions from Stan. I get suggestions from Jesse. Sometimes I use them. Sometimes I don't even get suggestions from the owner. That's where the SNL bit came from, Trump's dog.
Right.
All right? So, you know, it's a collusion of effort here. And collusion, by the way, is not a crime, especially in this case.
That's right.
It works for a better show that you're getting the best of the best from all week. Right. You're not just getting one day at a time dribbled to you. This is the news that's important and has been important for the last week. And it's surmised on this show from the last minute I come out of the house to come to the show, plus I'm on Drudge with my, I guess, fiance now, Lisa Strasser, loyally helping me out with this. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. And what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, you're on the air. Okay. Nobody's there. Anyways.
Maybe a business call. You never can say.
Could be an ex-wife.
Yeah.
You did what? What did you do?
That's what I don't usually like, taking calls when they say immediately, I'm not going to say who I am.
It could be somebody wanting to be her lawyer.
Yeah, well,
who knows?
Stop it. No.
Oh, that's just wrong, isn't it? I apologize.
Thank you.
Speaking about bits.
I got a big text from, go ahead, what were you going to say?
Speaking about bits, maybe it's time to do the Trump dog.
All right, in a second, since I mentioned it, we're going to do it. But I just got a big text from Dr. Amy.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're listening to the show. She's in Boca Raton, Florida.
Right.
And Deanna, who we just got a message from, is in L.A., Redondo Beach.
Right.
All right, where she does her, you know, she claims that she does her interviews while she's, surfing.
Wow.
Because every once in a while she goes in and out, you know.
Huh.
And I wonder what the rabbi is doing in Ephrata, Israel. I wonder if he's doing somersaults half the time and doesn't get the message right away. Anyways, we're going to do right now, we're going to talk about it. We got to do it.
Well, and Dr. Amy now, you know, she said that she is mostly an independent. And that makes sense, actually. You know, and I think the nice thing about...
I think she heard me. She's listening to the show.
Well, she is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And most of the thing is it doesn't need to be about political with her. She's right. And you're right, too, because you, out of respect, don't take it there.
Well, here's the point.
So
she's in Florida listening to the show.
Right.
Live stream. And Deanna's in California.
LA, yeah.
How could she know about this unless she's listening to the show?
Pia the aliens in India probably listening to it.
Pia the alien and Alducin out of Brazil, they're listening.
Right.
That's how you get an international audience.
Exactly.
I mean, I want the whole world to hear this show.
Tex and Bama.
Tex out there in Texas.
Yeah.
What a great friend he's been to the show.
Absolutely,
you know, and Kevin and Candace out there in Michigan, and Stony Byrne and Karen Lewis. Boy, I'm doing it by heart almost. So the people that's Gary Carroll, the butcher from Kroger's,
Kathy and Michael Dillon,
and Kathy and Michael Dillon, and you know, I got so many people. I could just do this the whole show.
I don't know if a lot of these people know it, like Gary from Tex and Deanna, Amy, Elad. I retweet all their tweets.
Yeah, and I do too. And Stan is you know what, Stan. I don't know when he doesn't sleep. All right, he'll be up at 3 a.m. Retweeting my stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, and I hope you're not doing this against your health.
Well,
but
no. My health
Stan
is
has
fine
been Stan, and I almost found this incredulous that you've been a fan of the show since I've been on the air.
Absolutely.
And amazing because you're working another radio station.
Yeah.
So and you always have helped me out, and I appreciate that. Believe me.
Absolutely.
Of course, you beat me out of a few sales that we were competing at, but hey.
I am good. I'm good at sales.
I know you are. I know. Try to stay away from you, man. All right.
Well, you got tailored jewelry just now, and I've known Darren and Jeannie for 30 years. I can't. You won't let me sell your show, remember?
So you could have gotten it for me.
I do get them for the K-Kid every once in a while, for every holiday.
A tip. All right. Well, all right. Listen to me. We got Trump Dog.
That's right.
Let's hit it.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Bart and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. Can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
Wow. See, that's the kind of stuff that we got that from Steve Wheeler.
Man.
We're just getting a message in from Gary. Text. Thanks for the shout out. He puts in Stan Hines and me.
Aw,
so
cool.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right. Isn't that great? I got all these people rooting for this show out there. I'll never be able to thank them right. Of course, all I do is buy them a beer, maybe, but that's a lot of beers.
Well, that's a lot of beers. This is pretty good champagne.
It's not bad, yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, it was very tasty.
I don't remember.
In case you've missed, Dave Weinbaum asked Lisa Strouser to marry him earlier on the show this morning.
Now I got to throw away the black book, right? And I got a black book with me. No, I don't. It's actually somewhere. It's at home.
It's probably the wallet I found.
Yeah. Oh, listen to this one. Remember when I called? Hey, Steve. Remember when I told you I lost my money clip? Why isn't he answering? What's wrong with him? You think he's got? What do you think? He thinks he's had better things to do than listen to me?
He's probably trying to get a better mobile deal on
I couldn't find it.
Mobile.
I'm looking everywhere. I got a new car. I'm looking behind the seats, and my girlfriend, now my fiance. Oh, it's hard to say. I hurt my teeth when I said that.
Go ahead, Steve's listening.
So I call up the radio station. I think Steve answers the phone, and I said, "Did you find a money clip out there by the car?"
Yep.
So it's been gone for, when was that? 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
At least 2 weeks, right, Steve?
Right.
So she's looking. What did you drop behind the seat or something like that?
My phone.
She's driving. She lost her phone. She reaches back, and
between the
guess
seats.
what comes up? That.
I found it.
And
I found it.
I thought it had $250 in it approximately. It had exactly $252.
252.
Yeah, $252.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you found it.
And she wanted a bonus, so guess what? Guess
you
what?
kept
This
the
was
$2.
This was it.
Finder's fee.
This was it. I said, okay, I got to do something. So I got engaged.
There you go. All right.
Isn't that pretty good? There you go. Alrighty, so this is like an engagement party. It's no longer a show.
Right. Congratulations once again.
I got to get back to business here. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
I just wanted to point that out. that I wasn't suspecting anybody here, but I figured I dropped it on the lot. You know, my brain, when I wake up in the morning, it's like Albert Einstein. I'm really sharp, okay? But as I do the show prep, and as I do the show, which is 3 hours long, and I put everything I have into it, and then I go work at McDonald's for an hour or an hour and a half, and then I get my legs massaged. And we're talking about deep tissue kind of stuff with my daughter Sarah Weinbaum over there at Lavish Day Spa, and then I'm an idiot. I turn into Forrest Gump.
Or Trump Dog.
Or Trump Dog. Well, Trump Dog is smarter than me at that point. And speaking of the Dow being up, well, let's talk about this. That's a segue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. First of all, you got these tariff wars out there. And everybody was skeptical. The market dropped significantly there for a while based on speculation that Trump was not doing the right thing. But we had a big win in Mexico. Trump made a deal with this guy who was supposed to be anti-Trump, and I think Canada is going to be soon. I think Trudeau is getting pressured into making a deal because they all rape this country, and it was all set up under previous presidents, some of whom were active in destroying our economy, actually. And then Europe. That's a negotiation going on. And China, that's the biggest challenge. But you know what? All of these countries need us more than we need them. All of them, even though they can hurt us. China's hurting us right now. And that's our biggest challenge. But I think negotiations are going on. It'll be a fair deal for them. We've just been taken advantage of for, $500, $600, $700 billion every year. And there should be no tariffs. There should be absolutely no tariffs.
Should be free trade.
Should be free trade, exactly.
Yeah, well,
that's where he's going.
When we have a problem with China, so what do we lose? Cheap stuff? I mean, now that everybody's making more money, we can afford to buy something made in America.
Everybody's making more money because the tax cuts,
exactly,
and the tariff situation, and the fact that Trump has made it easier for people to bring their money from overseas back home, repatriate, and also for foreign countries to actually build in the United States.
Exactly.
So you've got the lowest unemployment rate in 49 years. You've got the highest stock market yesterday, which was topped by, when it opened today, I don't know what it is now, but topped by what it is today. Record stock market once again. It's almost reaching 27,000.
Right.
That's how close it is. And thank God I'm a buyer and a retainer.
Yeah.
So, I've been up and down, but mostly the stock market has gone up, even under the Obama years. That was a bit of a fraud, though, because the feds were never allowed to raise the interest rates.
Right.
Now we've got a couple raises in interest rates, and it's still going up.
I think you ought to take over the Fed, too.
Well, I don't know.
Of course, that's some pretty dangerous stuff there, too.
You don't want you don't want that, because you have to understand the precedent of the thing. You don't want to start trends that under the wrong leadership. That's the whole basis of our Constitution.
Right.
Is the checks and the balances. You don't want anything out of check.
Yeah.
You want checks and balances. You want elections to determine what goes on.
Yeah.
And you don't want. Yes, ma'am. You have something to say?
It is out of balance right now.
See, now I have to let her talk now. Wait a minute. No, that's wrong.
That's at home. You have to let me talk at home now.
Time for Elon.
All right, 2 words. Earplugs. All right, go ahead. Hit it with Elon, who had just had the phone passed to him by his lovely bride, Dr. Amy. Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, powerful Florida lawyer, writer, future Supreme Court justice, with an in-house psychologist and legal advisor to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Elad Hakim. Hi, Elad. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, if you were Trump or Grassley, would you advise them to subpoena Dr. Ford for Monday?
That's an interesting question. I probably would not. I would simply expect her to show up.
And if she didn't...
She's the one... Go ahead.
What would you do if she didn't show up?
I would have the vote.
Okay. Well, good answer. There's, of course, all the Democrats would disagree with you. They think they...
Yeah, you know what? I think... I think it's been pretty much talked about already that, first of all, it's probably not even within the jurisdiction of the FBI unless the White House asks for it. And I don't think that's going to happen. And I think we're all aware that this woman, or this Kavanaugh, has already been, what has he gone through, 6 investigations at least, and nothing came up. So it sounds like it's, not to take anything away from what Ms. Ford has, or Dr. Ford has said, something might have happened, but they got to go forward with this vote. This is just a delay tactic, in my opinion, and one that the Democrats voiced early on when some of them indicated that they would go against any Trump nominee. So if it wasn't Kavanaugh, it would be someone else. So unfortunately for her, I think that they're using her and they're victimizing her now for their benefit.
Well, let's continue with that. Joy Behar on The View claims old white men are being mean to Dr. Ford, and Kavanaugh is guilty. You got to believe the woman. Another senator also said that it's time for men to step up. Now, is Dianne Feinstein an old white man?
I don't think I'm in a position to say what Dianne Feinstein is.
Well, you probably know she's not an old white man.
I'm familiar with the comments that were made by both women. I think one of them was a senator, maybe from Hawaii.
Yes.
And the other one was Joy Behar. I mean, Joy Behar is known for her comments. I think she recently made a comment beforehand, which she had to come back and apologize for, relating to President Trump and something like, God forbid, that he lives or that he takes, something forever. So I don't put much credence in what they say. I think it's an embarrassment to talk like that and to blame old white men. Republicans and Grassley are doing everything they can to give Dr. Ford the opportunity to speak. And, it's easy to blame old white men, but they're doing everything they can, and I think they should be patted, they deserve a pat on the back for what they're doing as opposed to anything else. So I don't put much credence into what these people are saying.
So you don't consider their plea for an FBI investigation, which, by the way, the FBI has already declined to do it. You don't give that any credence, do you?
I don't. Partly because of what you just said, because of so many investigations that have already been done on Judge Kavanaugh, and nothing came up. Secondly, if Democrats thought it was so important, then Feinstein wouldn't have sat on it since July. They would have started investigating this thing at that time, and they would have questioned Kavanaugh at the time where they have 30 hours to question him. And before the public questioning, I think they all had a chance to meet with him. So it didn't come up. And third, they've all voiced their desire to prolong or delay this hearing. So looking at the totality, no, I don't think an FBI investigation is warranted. And finally, this is the first time you're ever hearing about any sort of character flaw with regard to Kavanaugh. From what I heard on the news and other people discussing it, this isn't normally people who are engaged in this type of conduct. It's not a one and done type thing. It happens on several occasions, and based on everyone who's come out and spoken about Judge Kavanaugh, no one has had anything but glowing remarks about him.
Couldn't it be argued, Elad, that the real abusers of Dr. Ford are the Democrats, and especially Dianne Feinstein, who released this against her will.
And you'll find out the answer to that on next week's edition of Democrats who hate Trump supporters.
Stay tuned for another exciting episode of
And it's always that we, I mean, there are slow weeks. Well, there's never a slow week in the news.
No.
There's maybe a medium week, okay, when there's a lot of holidays and stuff like that. But, I've been doing this show now for 11 years, been writing for 13 years. There's never a lack for subjects. Is there?
Never.
No. Anyways, if you want to call the show, 573-364-4433, get it off your chest. And I think we're going to take a break right now, aren't we? Or you got a Sicilian message?
Whichever
what do you got?
want.
Let's do a Sicilian message. Just lead it right into the break. How's that? All right? Because, Guido wants the Sicilian messages out.
I have a PhD in spice. They call me Dr. Pepper. Forget about it.
It's not Pepper. It's Dr. Pepper. Don't forget about it.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax, and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
Come experience the Rolla Antique Mall, the area's largest and most visited antique mall in a 100-mile radius. With 400 dealer spaces and almost 24,000 square feet, the Rolla Antique Mall offers something for everyone. Celebrating 19 years in business, the Rolla Antique Mall has the most dedicated vendors who keep the most unique items current in their booths. Stop in today at the Rolla Antique Mall on Dillon Outer Road next to I-44. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 5:30 p.m.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
the walls are beginning to close in on the corrupt officials at the Department of Justice and the FBI. Many of them have been fired. Many of them are on leave. Many of them have been demoted. But you are slowly starting to see this collapse in on them, even though the mainstream media is not covering this because they seem so focused on drinking the Russian Kool-Aid on terms of who's getting indicted by the special counsel, and instead focus on, look, was there any collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, which the answer is no. So we've known this for a long time. Our committee really led this investigation. If you look at a lot of the facts that are now out, it's the facts that we found on the House Intelligence Committee. So we believe that the depositions that we took, I think nearly about 70 people, those need to be published, and they need to be published, I think, before the election.
And please tell me anything the Democrats are doing to enhance themselves to the voters. I'm clueless. I don't know what it is. Do they like the fact that there's a coup, an ongoing coup going on, that Obama still thinks he's in power, that ex-Secretary of State Kerry is roaming the world, trying to tell them that wait for the shadow government to take over and we'll fix everything like it was before? Does that make anybody feel good about voting for Democrats? And I'm telling you guys, don't get complacent. Do not believe the polls. Good, bad, or anything. Because look what happened in the 2016 election. Nobody has a clue as to what happened. Because there were polls on election day when the voting just started that said Trump had 100% chance of losing.
Yep.
I wish I would have bet. Those would have been amazing odds, wouldn't they?
Yep. I think the Democrats that think it's a good thing, this shadow government and all that, they ought to listen to the Walk Away program, because that's exactly what the Democrats will end up doing for them.
I think we have it. You have it keyed up, don't you?
I do.
You're a smart ass, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and hit it. Thanks.
All right.
For years now, I have watched as the left has devolved into intolerant, inflexible, illogical, hateful, misguided, ill-informed, un-American, hypocritical, menacing, callous, ignorant, narrow-minded, and at times blatantly fascistic behavior and rhetoric. Liberalism has been co-opted and absorbed by the very characteristics it claims to fight against. For years now, I've watched as people on the left have become anesthetized to their own prejudices and bigotry, and the prejudices and bigotry of those around them who echo their values. I have watched as formerly sensible people who claim to reject racism have come to embrace the principles of universally hating and blaming all of society's problems on all people who have white skin. I have witnessed the irony of advocacy for gender equality morph into blatant hatred and intolerance of men and masculinity. I have seen the once earnest fight for equality for the LGBT community mutate into an illogical demonization of heteronormativity and the push to vilify and attack our conventional concepts of gender. And I have watched as they have used these heartless and carelessly assigned labels to intimidate, threaten, bully, silence, attack, unemploy, blacklist, and destroy anybody who dares to fight back. They'll come for me, and then they'll come for you. And worst of all, the Democratic Party and the liberal media has embraced, affirmed, aided, and abetted this cult ideology. In an effort to gain voters and maintain power, the Democratic Party that I once loved has joined forces with the extremist left. The Democratic Party and the liberal media now believe their own ill-gotten conclusions and have ominously decided that they, and only they, know the remedy for society's ills. The left has decided that the solution to problems with race relations in America is more racism. If you are a person of color, an LGBT person, a woman, or an American immigrant, the Democratic Party wants you to know that you are a victim and destined to stay that way. They will insist that you are a victim doomed to exist within a system that is rigged against you, that you are a victim of systemic oppression, that you are a victim of your circumstances, and that no amount of hard work or motivational action will ever allow you to overcome your victimhood or the privilege of those around you. This is perhaps the Democratic Party's greatest and most insidious lie. But if you are a minority in America today, the left-wing politicians and the liberal media don't want you to ever discover this lie. So they bombard us with stories designed to reinforce the narrative that you are in danger, that you cannot succeed. They manipulate your fears and concerns by telling you that you're disadvantaged, disempowered, and disposable to everyone except them.
That's Brandon Straka, a former Democrat, hairstylist, gay, who has figured it out. And he's got the hashtag Walk Away program. And he's got maybe even hundreds of thousands of Democrats, former liberals. He figured it out. He figured it out that if they don't have victims, and they want everybody, as many people as possible, to be victims, if you figured out that you can do well in this country without the help of a political party, they no longer have their hold over you.
Right.
They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to know what rich guys know. They don't want you to know that you can make it, that you can do this, that's what America is all about. And he's figured it out. And now with the way the economy is going, I know what's going on out there. The lowest black unemployment rate ever, and they keep setting the records over and over again. The lowest Latino unemployment rate ever, and setting records all the time. Women at a 50, 60-year low in unemployment. Okay? This, coupled with tax cuts, means we have a full economy of jobs. A 49-year record of everybody having jobs. Wages go up because of capitalism. Because, well, you need to pay more for people because they're making more money because they're valuable now. Not under Obama, but now. All right?
Look at the poor Jewish family that came over here from Russia.
That's right.
Your family.
About me.
Your family was broke, had nothing.
Nothing.
And you are an American success story.
They all, and I didn't know this until later on in my life, that they were so poor there was 10 or 11 of them, and they could only afford a one-bedroom apartment on the west side of Chicago for all 10 or 11 of them.
Wow.
And they were all sleeping on the floor except for the married couple, my cousin Annette and Joe, who got the bed. They got the bedroom, so they were sleeping all over the place. And they'd go out and try to figure out how to make a living.
Right.
Of which my cousin Dave Gerstein was the guy that he went out. He actually, his first job was when he was 6 years old.
Wow.
Cleaning offices in downtown Chicago. By the time he was 12 years old, he had his own cleaning business.
Wow.
And then he made millions in the trucking business. And I'll show you how this evolves. And I knew him. He died just a couple years ago at 98 in Florida. We got close again. His son, Richard Gerstein, and him didn't get along. They were both liberals, although not so much my cousin Dave, but the son, Richard, who I knew, I thought he was a nice guy, but he's a big supporter of Hillary. He's a billionaire.
Wow.
Okay, a billionaire. His company was bought out by GE. Incredible. Huh? Okay, so that's just over a couple generations.
Yeah.
All I can say to you, America, is you can do it. You can do it. You can fail, you can get up and do it again. All right, now we've got Deanna Lorraine, the love goddess. I'm pretty sure she's listening now. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
Hi, Deanna.
Yes, Deanna.
We're happy today.
We believe that you had something to do with this. All right?
Yes.
So,
certainly.
Hit it.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, Love Goddess, passionate about making love great again. TV, radio, blog, and speaker star, and matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Deanna Lorraine. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
Hey, I am fantastic. How are you?
It was great meeting you at the Phyllis Schlafly meeting last weekend.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, we actually get to meet each other.
And you won an award.
We're not phantom people.
You know what my biggest impression of you was?
What?
You're so tiny. I thought you were really tall.
You did?
Yeah. I don't know why.
That's so fun. That's the thing that almost everyone says when they meet me is, "Oh my gosh, you're so tiny."
Well, you're not that tiny. You're like 5'3".
Petite, 5'3".
Yeah, that's not tiny. So
5'3".
Let's not go too far. But you are a good-looking woman, I got to tell you. All right.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm a good-looking woman in person and not better looking over in pictures.
Actually, you are better looking in person. Yes, no doubt about it. Hey, let's get off of that for a minute, although I know you'd love to talk about that the whole interview. You were on CNN, and you and Rush Limbaugh, from a tape, defended Kavanaugh against the saying the hearing vote should be delayed. Comments on that?
I believe that it should not be delayed.
Why not?
Yeah, I believe that that they are doing a complete stall tactic. It's absolutely a desperate ploy. It's a last-minute, 11th-hour desperate ploy, and it's right out of the leftist playbook. And what they're doing is trying everything that they can to stall this confirmation and push it back after midterms. And I think it's really disgraceful. And it's obvious, if anyone has any question about this obvious ploy, it's, the fact that they said, oh, well, we have to hear her first. Hear her, believe her. And then they give an opportunity to hear her and believe her this coming Monday. Mm-hmm. And now they say, why are you asking questions? You shouldn't be asking questions. She's a victim.
Well, shouldn't we have an FBI? Shouldn't we have an FBI investigation before that?
Absolutely not. You want the FBI investigation to turn into another 2-year-long witch hunt like the Robert Mueller Russia hoax? No. We already know for a fact that the FBI is compromised and anti-Trump bias. So I wouldn't trust the FBI as far as we can throw it.
So 3 names come to mind based on what the left is talking about. By the way, you're there in Hollywood, and you're a woman. And so you must be considered traitor number 1 over there.
Traitor number 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
yes.
3 names come to mind. Keith Ellison, Teddy Kennedy, and Bill Clinton. Now, those are examples of 3 people that were let off the hook, so to speak, and at the behest of liberals who are now claiming that Kavanaugh is guilty. Your thoughts?
It's a complete hypocrisy. I mean, there's the only way that they get outraged is over someone that is on the opposing side, someone that's a conservative. That's their outrage. But anytime there's someone on their own side that has a sexual harassment lawsuit, or even worse, like Keith Ellison, they sweep it under the rug. They don't want to talk about it. So it's just another way that we know for sure that it's fake outrage. It's not true. And you know what's really sad is that they're so short-sighted and selfish that they are using this as a political tool. I say that they're weaponizing women against men in a political tool that's going to have dire consequences in the end, because they're just thinking, we want to block confirmation of Kavanaugh until after the midterms. So they're thinking 1 month. But unfortunately, these are repercussions that are going to be around for a long time. Number 1, the real victims of sexual assault and rape and violence are really going to be hit the hardest by this. Because in the future, they have really cried wolf too many times, so people will not believe real victims anymore. It's going to be such a cloud of doubt that's casted on them. It's really going to be hard to believe them. And then, of course, men are really on their last leg of trust and goodwill towards women because they think, wow, if any little thing at a high school party, 36 years ago could come back and ruin my career or life, and I don't even remember the party, then women really can't be trusted. I mean, what else can they say about me? And I think, I'm hearing every day now that men are going to have a hard time hiring women now and working alongside them and really being in relationships with them because there's a severe mistrust that's happening right now with us.
It's going to get real tough because I had a black friend tell me that, you guys don't hire blacks anymore, do you? I said, I hire blacks all the time. I said, why? He says, because you're afraid they're going to sue you for being a racist. And I says, well, I haven't quite thought about that. The only racist thing I got was a lawsuit from a white guy that said I hired too many black people. So, maybe in some areas that's true. But I could see it happening. I could see where, do I really want to have every little motive questioned whenever I say something to a woman who's working for me? I mean, I really watch it just in case, So
right.
Most men have to watch it.
Right, and some people are like in a separate room. There's no woman in the room, and women are even eavesdropping on conversations in other rooms, and they can somehow hear these men and then tape recording them, getting them fired.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not injustice, I don't know what is.
And eventually this leads to people not getting together, not coupling up, not making love great again. And then what happens? We go extinct.
Exactly, Dave. You get it. It's exactly what I talked about at the conference, too. It's a lot of doom and gloom, but if we don't wake up, and especially women who are just so brainwashed, a lot of them, if they don't wake up and say, look, this is the long-term consequences, and by the way, they're going to be hard, if not impossible, to reverse, we need to stop this BS and call it out like it is.
You got it.
I would have a lot more respect for liberals if they did call it.
Where can we find you? Where can we find you?
Go to my website, go to my Twitter, which is where all the action is, and my Facebook and my YouTube at Deanna Lorraine 7. That's Deanna Lorraine 7, and then Making Love Great Again. Get it on Amazon.
So if the ocean is disturbing us right now, are you like surfing or something while you're giving this interview?
I am not, but I might do that later.
Oh, cool. Hey, Deanna, I don't know about you, but I sort of liked the Ottoman Empire.
Yes.
Yeah, at least everyone got to put their feet up. Ladies and gentlemen.
Love it.
Deanna Lorraine, all the way from Los Angeles. All right, thank you so much. You have a great weekend, and it was really nice meeting you. Lisa says hi.
Thank you. Tell Lisa I say hi, too.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yay. Okay.
See, you got mentioned. I wasn't even engaged in it. How's that? We have kind of a, I don't know. He's kind of a squirrel, but he's a good guy. We've got Lee from Richland. Hi, Lee. What's going on, buddy?
All right. Hey, I've got several things here. I may not have time for it, but with the polygraph test, all of a sudden they're saying this gal against Kavanaugh is wanting to use a polygraph test.
Yeah.
Great.
On him.
All of a sudden now they're wanting to use polygraph tests. First of all, that, as far as I'm concerned, it needs to be brought out and done in an open way.
They're saying a lie detector, Randy, and they're not lie detectors. They're not usable in a court of law.
Well, I know that, but here my point is, apparently I think they slipped around and got one. I think they went shopping for somebody who was going to give them the result they need.
Well,
How many tests they have to take before they find one that worked?
Well, there's they've got this guy. They might as well string him up and hang him. Here's this guy. All of a sudden, for his whole life, he's an honorable guy. All the women he knows come out and speak about him on under oath, or say what a great guy this guy is, and then the people that have worked for him or with him for years, how good he is for women. And this is everybody ought to feel outrage just by the timing of this.
Well, they never wanted to use polygraph tests for Clinton and all that kind of stuff like that. I just find it kind of strange. But another than this gal out here in Hawaii that was wanting all the men to just shut up and stand up.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of men that died for her freedom.
Sure.
Yep.
And we're gonna play that one more time. Do you have time to listen to this?
Okay.
Well, Stan, would you play that extra 4?
Okay.
Hit it. There you go.
I expect the men in this country and the men in this committee, and many of them, believe me, because we all signed on to this letter to demand an FBI investigation. But really, guess who's perpetuating all of these kinds of actions? It's the men in this country. And I just want to say to the men in this country, just shut up and step up.
These white men, old, by the way, are not protecting women. They're protecting a man who is probably guilty. If you're not Judge Kavanaugh, take the lie detector test. Yeah. Prove it the way she did and the way Anita Hill did, that they were not lying. Let's see that from you. Or are you a coward? Yeah. They are vehemently for overturning Roe v. Wade. They want that. The right wing in this country wants it. And they will say, well, she says her story, he says his story. Okay, I believe him. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. There's no other evidence. Testimony. There's no other evidence. It still becomes he said, she said.
So if he takes the lie detector test and he passes it, as Joy Behar said, you think that would be the end of it? Randy?
No.
Lee?
Yeah. I don't think it would be the end. But
of course it wouldn't. This is a moving target.
I think that she doesn't want to take another polygraph test. I got a hunch if they wanted to give her another polygraph test now,
they wouldn't do
with
it.
more control over it, that she would be not wanting to take it.
No, forget the polygraph test. Here's the latest.
I don't believe in I really don't believe in polygraph.
Well, neither do the courts. Hey, here's the latest news, though, Lee. This gal Ford may actually testify. Now, they might have made a deal. She may testify first, not after Kavanaugh, under the Senate rules on Thursday.
Yeah, I
with
think
a female. Let me finish. With a female attorney questioning her, not just the senators, which they didn't want, and then Kavanaugh goes afterwards. All right.
I say do this thing Monday and vote Tuesday.
No, maybe. The problem you got with that is you got these senators like Flake and what's her name. Several of them are on the committee, and 2 of those votes will turn the committee into a no vote. And some of these people are demanding this. Who?
Scary Clary, McCaskill.
Well, she's not going to vote for him. She's not on this committee. It's got to get out of committee first to go to the whole Senate.
Well, I'm talking about the end result.
Yeah, listen, I got to take a break, but I appreciate your call as always, Lee, and I appreciate the fact that what. Apparently, I've been drinking, but you haven't. So,
I've been drinking NyQuil.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a
my
cold
voice
too.
is all messed up right now. Take care, buddy.
All right, buddy. You have a great weekend, and you know what? Call the show. We only got a couple minutes left after the break. 573-364-4433. This is the Dave Weinbaum engagement show, apparently.
Yeah.
Dave
Yay.
Weinbaum and Lisa Strausser.
Yay.
Soon to be. Are you going to take my name, honey?
I'm going to be Lisa Weinbaum.
Whoa.
Aw.
Isn't that special?
That is special.
It is
Because you didn't expect me to be
and then my initials
to be Lisa Weinbaum, did you?
My initials will be LAW.
Law. Then we got to
lay down the law.
Then she'll get a lawyer. All right, here we go. The last break. 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave.
Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in
at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011. When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
The guy on the radio was talking about an hour later after I read it, was talking about the same information.
Really?
About that, yeah.
So he was reading off my site?
You think? You're feeding him.
How about that?
It just looked like just, and so everybody needs to
Was it
read
the
that
Rush
website.
Limbaugh show? Because I suspect that he does read my stuff. I swear, I'm on usually before Rush a little bit. I swear there's stuff on my show that goes straight to his show. I think I'm piped in.
It wasn't Rush, but it was the same radio station, but I think it was a local guy.
Really? You mean the radio station that I used to be a star on? Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. I don't doubt it. They had guys listening to my show. I wonder if they still do it.
Probably.
They
probably do.
I swear it was in the same order that your website had the stuff on. It just made me laughing.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. My goodness. Is that funny or what?
It is.
How weird is that? Oh, my goodness. All right, listen to me. We only got, how long do we have?
We've got about 3 minutes.
All right, play the Belushi things. I might be kicked off the air before this is over. So if I am, thank you for listening. Have a great, fun weekend. I'll be back next week.
Hey! What's this lying around shit?
Well, what the hell are we supposed to do, you moron?
War's over, man. Wormer dropped the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
Germans? Forget it, he's rolling.
It ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on! Ah! Where's the spirit? Where's the guts? Huh? This could be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst. Oh, we're afraid to go with you, Pluto. We might get in trouble. Well, just kiss my ass from now on! Not me! I'm not gonna take this! Wormer, he's a dead man! Marmalade, dead! Niedermeyer, dead! Pluto's right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Now, we could fight them with conventional weapons. That could take years and cost millions of lives. No, in this case, I think we have to go all out. I think this situation absolutely requires a really